How's it going, my fellow Castnovians? This is TC Castnova bringing you videos you love, and today I'm doing something a little bit different. So if you're here for the title, then I'm gonna get right to that. Intros aside, this is gonna be one of those can you beat Skyrim type videos. So expect a nice voiceover and less of the boring parts. And as you can see, modded Skyrim was working perfectly as usual. Whoa. Jeez. Why do I look like that? Things were going just as planned, so it was time to get into the beautiful world of Skyrim. I'll skip the intro for you because it was a long, boring intro. I didn't have any of the items that I could use, and I basically just hid like every other Can You Beat Skyrim video ever out there does in the intro. So that's why I'm not including that. But I sided with Rayloff and I made my way to pick one of the stones. My main choice at the time was the Thief Stone because I wanted to have stealth because at the beginning I was just mostly sneaking around and I couldn't have any offense. But it turned out not to be the most useful decision, but I kind of stuck with it the whole gameplay, so it was fine enough. So we made it to Riverwood. I talked to my favorite follower in the game, pretty much. Listened to some exposition, and then it was off to loot somebody's house. Alright, Fendel, I lied to someone so they would be interested in you possibly. So want to leave and never see them again? And then we were off. Oh, oh. Shit. That's almost gave me a heart attack, Jesus. So on my way to acquire fusion and actually have something that I can do in the game, I found out that I can't see my hands, that Ayla's really annoying when fighting. Ayla, stop. And mission success. I finally made my way to get my fusion. Alright, the spells are... Reset would allow me to reset the selection that I can make with select target, and by using trigger, I can make the two people fuse. That's right, I acquired forced fusion. I realize now that playing as a race where you can't see your hands in first person would make this really bad looking, but hindsight 2020. Basically when I hold the button to select trigger, I select the first person and they're the main person of the fusion, and select the second person, and then their power and stuff gets added and multiplied, or however the fusion works. And they also change appearance to look more like person, as well as combining inventories. So yeah, basically it's destroying the soul of the second person and adding everything of them to the first person, like power and stuff. So yeah. Oh shit. You see, that was the I held the right to basically summon the fused guard. Descriptions, explanations, and exposition aside, it was off to Bleak Falls Barrow, where we would have our first real challenge with fusion. But I had more and more powerful followers, so it was gonna be an interesting thing to see. After discovering my followers' innate ability to fly and meeting a crazy lunatic, we arrived. Oh shit, I thought it said there was two. Uh, Now, obviously, there's a few hitches, like spider webs not being able to be taken down without, uh, some force, but it wasn't offensive, so it doesn't count. Doesn't count. So after seeing him get demolished and finding out that all the fusion must have made my follower forget how to trade, we finally acquired the Dragonstone, which meant it was time to go fight a dragon. Fight in a loose sense. After fusing an unfortunate Khajiit caravan into my army, it took a couple fusions to get the right kind of power to defeat a dragon with this type of health regen. And it was going fine for a while, but we needed a little more oomph. So eventually we, in a loose sense again, beat the dragon, and it congratulated me for some reason. After that was all said and done, I caught Nazim saying some Nazim shit, found out I was the chosen one, transferred my followers' consciousness, and went on my way to climb a mountain to visit some old people. I decided to challenge myself to reading all the etched tablets, and eventually found one of my first major challenges. So, normally if you try to go too early, the frost troll is a pretty big issue, but my hands are completely tied, and my only protector is my admittedly very overpowered follower at the time, but still kind of held back by AI. So things didn't go that well, and I had to recruit the help of my pocket fusion. So once I made it to the top to get the voice of the sky and drop off the supplies, I sadly had to answer the pleas of old men who wanted to be hurt by me yelling at them. So no, you can't beat Skyrim with just fusion. But you can see how many times you have to do other things than fusion and still be able to beat Skyrim. So stick around, I guess, or click off since the answer is no. I'll speed this up since the challenge was already technically lost, but what happened next was I finally didn't get the horn. I got the horn. I annoyed Delphox. I ran away as a dragon died, and then I ate its soul. So after stripping for a stranger, I stole the soul of an executioner and was on my way to inconspicuously enter the Falmore party. So then I proved that I was amazing at stealth, fused people into corpses, and got ambushed. But joke's on you. How does it feel to be dead? Never mind. After taking care of some people in there, I went outside and turned more people's spirits into corpses. Eventually, I played Ring Around the Rosie with AI for way too long. Fused a sadistic person's soul into the body of their captive, and fused my attempted murderer's soul into the body of my ally. And then we all went off together. What the? After running from 2 dragons that attacked at once, I had to find Esbern, the old man, hiding in the sewers. But on my way, I made sure to keep a cruel woman's soul alive and preserved. And I leveled up and found out that the character that I was using, their race had a kind of cheaty sneak value, I think. So, whoops. And finally, I found the old man himself. With a little bit of talking, he was ready to come out, and with him and Delphox in my party, we went to Markarth to find the temple. But it seemed to be under attack. After dealing with that, we were on our way. It was on our way from Markarth to the temple that one of the strangest, most epic, weird battles I've ever had in Skyrim commenced. And it was very interesting. We were attacked by a dragon, and then I fused Esbern's Atronox into himself, and eventually I was attacked by an Alakir guard, so I fused a dragon into their soul, and then we all battled them. And if you look over there, even a mud crab joined in and got destroyed. But rest in peace, hero. And when that was done, we were finally there at the Skyhaven Temple. After finding the shitty old wall, I went to go to the top of the mountain to meet Hatsune Miku. And then I talked to a dragon who told me to get an Elder Scroll. So I went to go find an Elder Scroll. When I went to the place to go get it though, I decided to see if I could cheese it. And I couldn't. So I had to go the long way. So on my way in Blackreach to get the Elder Scroll, I decided to challenge a dragon by shouting at the giant lantern in the Elder City. And Lydia handled it better than I expected. Well, Lydia plus a bunch of souls fused together. But eventually, after using a funky machine, I got the Elder Scroll. And some of my mods broke the past, so I had to use my Kim powers to, you know, just to ease it along a little bit. And eventually I accidentally tried to fuse Parthenax into Alduin, which sent me flying into the air. But after some time, eventually I made the right choice, and I fused Parthenax's soul into my follower, which by the game is technically killing, but now Parthenax will live on, and the blades will be happy. So everybody wins. But normally I would have killed Parthenax. Don't dislike the video, please. Once I was through listening to Erengur's mixed signals about the whole situation, I don't think he did. I held a completely fair and not one-sided at all, you know, peace treaty. I considered all sides, and I was very, very fair. So everyone agreed that we should trap a dragon inside Balgriff's castle. So
Oh shit.
after Lydia made it hard by being way too powerful for the dragon, I disabled her from existence for a bit. And once we had it trapped in our BDSM cage, I brought Lydia back from unexistence. And before I went to go fight the big dragon in the sky, I decided to make the ultimate friend by fusing everybody together. But I decided to put them all into Heimskr instead of my own follower. I'm not sure why. It made things a lot less convenient. But eventually, after putting Heimskr into the vessel of a Draugr, we made it to heaven. We're in God's territory, and after looking at the weeping angel statues, uh, I found a guy to summon Heimskr with, and before we knew it, we were fighting Alduin, and to add insult to injury, nobody could kill him except me, so I had to use something, and that brings it to the conclusion. No, you cannot beat Skyrim with just fusion, but it's only because you need to use weapons to defeat Alduin, pretty much. Alduin's the only problem. That's why nobody cares about Alduin. And once I took care of the problem, nobody seemed to care. The world was still in imbalance, so I probably broke a quest somewhere. But hope you enjoyed the unique video. I'm getting tired because I sat down and did that all in one sitting, and now I'm doing all the editing in one sitting. So I'm gonna get some rest. Bye. So yeah, that was something different. I hope you enjoyed the challenge video. If you did, you can leave feedback. If you didn't, you can also leave feedback in the comments, or if I don't forget, the Discord server in the description below. And I want to thank my patrons for helping me make the content I do and helping me improve when the content isn't as good as it could be. My first mega fan tier, which is $20 a month, Charlie, big thanks to you, man. Super big fan, Mark Cornelius, $10 a month. I appreciate that. Big fan, Rasholnikov, $5 a month. Fan, Marianne Lasticott, and for no reward, Radium Ashes. Thank you guys all so much. And if you want to join my Patreon, go to the link in the description and leave a comment, and I'll make sure to thank you in the comments too. See ya.
Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire.